morning, or good afternoon, sorry, gardening friends. I actually haven't finished up chapter 7 yet, and we're into the 8th month, August, by about a week. I was doing better with getting things kind of released on time, but I had a vacation right at the beginning of the month, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I got a ton of stuff to process, and I'm back here at Mom and Dad's. So I kind of figure I'll wrap up with this one, even though I haven't really showed you much from my home. That's kind of how it's been this month. I haven't spent any real time there. So here you can see I got a plant sticking in the garbage can. That sucker was over there. We transplanted earlier in this chapter, and it didn't take. I think it just went into shock and died. So I am now working on mulching around here. We'll do some cleaning up, pulling a few more weeds, and we're going to put mulch in here, and hopefully that'll minimize the amount of weeding that we have to do. I also cleaned up the Nandina, so I'm hoping that that'll kind of come back to life. I pretty much cut it down to just the branches that were actually showing life. So it's an old plant. It may be near the end of its life, but we'll give it one more shot. And with the mulching, and we've got a drip emitter over here in there, so we'll see what happens with that. So with that, that's pretty much it, I think, for this chapter. I have no idea what my title is going to be. I don't even know when I'm going to get around to editing all this stuff together. But I think that's it. Greetings, gardening friends. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 103 degrees, and I've been here for 4 hours. I'm back at my parents' place, and actually I've been thinking a lot about this lately. Not so much about this garden, but about this series. I've been doing the budget garden now for 7 years, or at least I'm in year 7 now. And actually, let me go stand in the shade a little bit more while I'm talking. But the last few episodes, I mean, this year I switched over to chapters so I could kind of do a once a month thing. And then I started another series called Daily Walking, which is about me trying to walk, get enough steps in, get exercise, and be healthy. And I cover various different topics, and sometimes I get up in the morning, I go for a walk, and I'm trying to think of what to talk about. And it occurred to me, I can do some of this gardening stuff from there. So for the time being, I'm not shutting down Budget Garden, but I have spent the vast majority of my time for Budget Garden this year at my parents' place. And there's been a lot of work here. And it looks better and better, and that is gardening. But I'm not really doing my own thing. So I think you probably get tired after a while of seeing one video after another about me cutting the lawn. Although, let me actually kind of go around and show you, just to update you on the lawn. And well, actually, let me go over here. Now, I just washed the car, so it's a little bit of a mess, but this is one of the last things we worked on last month, was mulching this bed, and it looks like it worked out pretty well. So I'm happy with that. We don't have a lot of death in here, which is good. If I go back around to the lawn, just to kind of give you the final update, and then I'm going to figure out, I'm still going to do episodes. It's just not going to be on a regular basis. I have the hose out because I was washing the car. Now, one of the things, I don't know how well this is going to come through. The lawn, if you can kind of see as you get about here, is not as lush as it was over there, or as it is kind of under the tree. And we were trying to figure out what was causing that, why it looked like it was dying. Now it's looking more green. We did fertilize, so we kind of threw some green on it, if you will. But what we finally realized, or what occurred to me, was I was trying to drop everything down to 35 pounds per square inch, because in one case I've got a drip emitter, and those aren't supposed to go above like 35, so I was trying to knock everything down. But I think We got it down to 35. Maybe we went lower and didn't realize it. Then we hooked everything back up. And I think when we hooked everything back up, that kind of knocked it down further. So I decided last week, even though I didn't record it, to go ahead and try and actually turn up zone 2, which is right here, and now it's that much more lush. Also, I put that head back. That had been in the original rework. We had disabled that one and capped it off, but it was still, you could still see the hole where it was. It hadn't grown over yet. So I managed to get in there, put in a spare 2-inch pop-up that we had. So we got that going, and it's actually just a 180. I don't think it's even adjustable. Oh, actually, no, now that I think of it, it is adjustable. But it's set basically for 180 and to go out as far as it can. And by turning up the pressure, I basically turned it up and watched to make sure that the sprinkler heads, when they popped up, were not misting, which is a sign that you have too much pressure. So I managed to push up the pressure. I guess the real key is what I noticed was some of these heads, which were supposed to go out 15 feet, were only going out like 5. So if you raise the pressure, then you can get it to go out further, and that's pretty much what I did. I pushed it till it was like at 12, 15 feet, somewhere in that neighborhood. And that's pushing the water out further, giving more overlap and better coverage on the lawn. And now it's starting to come back. So today, I took zone 1 and pushed it up. I had to, now you can't really even see it, but there is a head. Where is it now? See, I see this little spot over here. That's not where it is. Where'd it go? Here it is. So very effectively buried in the lawn. You can't really see it. But that one, when I pushed it up, was going way out over the wall. So I had to turn that one down. I readjusted some of the others. And the end result is it looks like we're getting much better water going to the lawn. So we'll give it another week. We'll see what it looks like. I gotta mow the lawn. I gotta edge. And if I have any energy left in 103 degree weather, and actually predicted for 105 today, so it might get even hotter. If I have any energy left, I may do some more mulch over on the side. It was something that Dad wanted that I just never quite got to. I threw some mulch down over there, but I didn't really clean the area around, making it neat like this one here, which I did last week. I basically started edging this last week so that it'd be more defined, and I threw in a little bit more mulch, and I think it looks that much better. The back side of it, I actually want the grass to grow into that bare spot there instead of covering it with mulch, because I want to leave just enough width to get the lawnmower in here. Otherwise, I've got to weed whack it to mow the lawn. But other than that, that's pretty much the update from Mom and Dad's. I don't know if maybe tomorrow I'll do something about my place, but there's really nothing to show. I'll give you the valley there. Nice shot from Mom and Dad's place. So this has been very much sort of stream of consciousness here. It may just be a one-shot deal. So if that's the case, this is the Budget Gardener signing off, at least for the time being, saying may your thumb be green.